So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Riley. They'll get that one to Taylor complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's
from the gun, it's Taylor. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll try to run for the first with Taylor. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. And it goes a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line. About the finish to the run all the way into the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Let's go now. Black, 95, 52.
And the first carry is Robinson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They'll run it now with Robinson. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. James Robinson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
is good.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Back to throw. Riley. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Eluding the pressure right. He's airing it out for Williams. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On 1st down, it's Robinson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run. Robinson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
The ball carrier.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to...
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. James Robinson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
The score, Lancers 21, Bat 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Being chased out left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Ball hit as he throws there. Incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find it.
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. James Robinson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Lancers 28, Bats 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They're on 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On first and 10, Riley. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete on the deep ball. Minkah Fitzpatrick on the
second and 10 from the 33-yard line. The final shot before break. Riley. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add that total. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
Set, ready. Block 40. Striker. 3-3. Set, go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. That's caught by Waller out left side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They'll run here with Robinson. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. Rolling to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. He'll look downfield for Waller, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground, and 4th down now coming up.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
He's going to try and go deep again. And this is going to be incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands.
19 Lions. Ready, go.
On 1st down, Riley flushed out right. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Sliding out of the pocket. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
He's going up top for Taylor. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
at their own 19.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
Throw it out the window.
yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount.
They've got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again, Riley. He's going to take another shot here. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! Henry Ruggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And this offense is running away with this one.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not want to.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Brian Burns. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And down he'll go at the 25.
16 yards.
On 3rd and 2, Riley.
He'll let this go deep for Bourne.
And my goodness, another interception.